I'm doing a series of videos on the works of Carlos Diniz. These are original artworks. This one, first one here, is South Street Seaport. This was a project that he did with the Rouse Company, and the architect on it was Ben Thompson. Ben Thompson and the Rouse Company were people that developed the festival marketplace, something you see very commonly now, where there's a historic building that's been converted into shops and restaurants and places for people to just enjoy the scenery and enjoy the historic spot. This was something they did quite a bit of back in the 70s and 80s. So in this drawing, Carlos is depicting some of a corner of the building of South Street Seaport. You can see that there's much detail in terms of entourage, which was what the Diniz studio really specialized in, was the beautiful depiction of architecture. Let's try and straighten this out. Depiction of architecture and how it will be used. This was in New York City for many, many years. I understand now it's been renovated or being renovated into something else. But this is actually pretty close to the way it looked when it was done. There's also a poster version of this. Carlos likes sometimes to take his drawings and turn them into posters with the idea that they might sell them at the site or the client might give them away. So there is a number of posters of this. Some of the highlights of this are it is signed by the artist and dated, which is wonderful, showing that it is Carlos's hand. Many of the people were done in his studio. The entourage was done by Jay Vance, who is an incredible artist that came out of the cartooning and animation industry. Worked for Carlos for many, many years. His work was completely for hire, so it is the property of the Diniz studio. Also, just as a side note, this is the line art. This is the art that the artist has drawn, and that would be then painted, which you can see in the poster version. The client purchased the painting, so all of the artwork is ancillary to that, and the copyrights remained with the Carlos Diniz studio. He did not ever give away the ink line art. There is some out there in private hands, and we don't really know how that happened, but for the most part, unless it was donated by us or in our hands, that is the legal ownership of it. One of the ways that you can tell that this is the original art, you can see here the crop marks for the printer. Notes by Carlos of how this will be placed on a sheet. When he was doing something like this for something like a poster, he would also make sure that it was to a specific size, where in other cases he might not do that. So that's South Street Seaport. I'm going to try and zoom out. Nope, wrong way. All right, South Street Seaport. Beautiful, beautiful example of the Carlos Diniz studio architectural art.